greasy stain. His plump fingers clasped above his belly, just in this look of contentment. Uh, Grackle turns to this place will make us soft if we stay any longer.
It's been half a day. Relax. So it's still a Iceskipball game I've got to attend with the mayor.
Iceskipball?
Iceskipball is the Reds versus the Blues. The mayor invited you guys to a game. It is halfling lacrosse, but instead of like little cross sticks, it's halfling sling staves played with a ball.
We're supposed to watch, we're not supposed to play, because
No.
Yeah,
You're supposed to
not knowing how to skate and not knowing how to use a sling staff makes for us to look like boobs.
You were Grackle, Barnabas, and Chaga were invited to sit with the mayor while Mort, Junker, and Ghost wasn't there. Alistair, the mayor, said, "Yeah, don't worry. There's place in the stands for you." The mayor also asked Barnabas, Grackle, and Chaga to not wear anything blue because he cheers for the red team, and if you showed up in blue, it would be embarrassing.
Grackle would like to purchase something with a red cape or something like that.
Sure.
With a hood.
You find a Red Riding Hood cape, and it goes on Barnabas's tab. Add that to your character sheet.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Barnabas.
Don't thank me. It's coming out of the party fans.
Not agreed to.
With the
I thi-
cape, then I can return it.
I think the new running Nizumi joke is going to be whatever language you're speaking. I don't speak that language. Speak Nizumi. I only speak common. You speak common. I only speak Nizumi.
Okay, you guys spend a day here. It is pleasant. You've never eaten so well. It's warm on the inside, and it's nippy, but kind of a pleasant winter outside. People seem to get really just psyched up for this game, though. It appears that the only political division in Wintersnook that is understandable are Reds versus Blues, as the tavern has divided themselves into a red section and a blue section, divided by an empty set of seats, like empty set of tables, and they begin to chant halfling chants that have really peculiar words in them and seem to have like really old slang in them. And you might actually think that this is does Barnabas speak halfling?
He does speak halfling, yes.
Oh. This is borderline. You could picture two halfling tribes yelling at each other from across a highly contended valley before the two groups met in battle. You think that some of this terminology and phraseology came from the place that they're from, and somehow Reds versus Blues has replaced any concept of war that these halflings have. But there is a warrior spirit here. You wouldn't want to be... Wow, even their children are into it. Just yelling and screaming in their blue war paint.
Okay.
Give me a knowledge history check. The DC is 25. If you get it, you know the name of their homeworld through the chant.
I get it.
Okay. The name of their homeworld is called Agrova.
I thought so. Okay. Cool.
Do they like undead?
Probably not.
Some of the chanting was them remarking whose team did better against the Undying Lords after the Fell Plague.
Okay. I guess I want to do a knowledge planes check on a Grova. How is it connected by a song? Do I know if it's connected by a song gate or?
Yeah, that would be a good question. Knowledge planes.
Okay, I'm going to take one of my many take 20s on knowledge planes. And that will give me a plus. That gives me a 45.
Yeah, Agrova is a world that some Imperial that the Imperium has done business with in the past.
Mm-hmm.
It's an agrarian world filled with halflings. Because something happened to all the other races there long ago. The Imperium's visited this world. They've traded a little bit, but because the song gates are way, way too valuable to move things like grain and foodstuffs through, like
Mm-hmm.
there's not enough time to move a significant quantity unless you're in like a war situation or that they never did any serious business with the halflings.
Mm-hmm.
They also seem to for some reason the Imperium might have quarantined that world as well, as in they found something and then stopped visiting.
Okay. All right.
As why'd you leave me?
There are
You left me
halflings
behind.
that have come from that world, however, and have been allowed to resettle in parts of the Imperium. The quarantine must not be absolute. You just know that they probably went through a bunch of Imperial red tape and waiting to come here.
Okay. All right. That's good to know.
Okay. Barnabas deep in thought.
So, who are the undead lords you're speaking of in your chains?
Well, surely the blue team did nothing to defeat them because the red team sent them packing into their jaws.
Good to know. All right.
Who's that about jaws?
Yeah. We'll get to it. Yeah, it sounded like Jaws. Possibly phylactery type things.
Ooh, interesting. The psyched up and slightly inebriated halflings of the two sides flip a coin to see who gets to go to the stands first. And then the two groups make their way to the edge of the lake where there is a lantern-lit area that has been cordoned off into a rink. Boards have been placed up, and you could see two teams of halflings on either side warming up and making circles and passing a ball around with some dexterous grace. It appears
They're
that all
much better than we are. Skate.
The halflings are quite dexterous, and it looks like this is what the town does. I don't know if you've seen the movie Mystery Alaska.
Yeah.
This is basically also that.
Yeah.
Where the whole town shows up.
Everything shuts down for the game.
Everything shuts down for the game, and it's the blues versus the reds, and the halfling ages range from about 16 to 40 on either sides, and they are the most athletic men and women in the village.
Okay. Now, if there are any Iceskipball fights, Barnabas will cheer for the blue team. Bard song you type.
You're sitting with the mayor and
The red team. Are you trying to piss off?
Oh,
the mayor?
no, sorry, the red team. The red team. That's right.
okay. Yeah, the mayor.
was like,
the mayor.
Bold choice.
The last match got a bit bloody. The red team, look out for them. They're gonna put Hank on the starter. You can see one of the larger halflings is there. Spreeta or Spreeta, for whatever reason, is not like on one of these teams.
Because she's what they would call a ringer.
It seems
They
to
get challenged by
be
adventurers to play this fangled Iceskipball.
only halflings are playing in the red versus blues game, which further provides evidence that yes, this might be some holdover from a Groven tradition.
Yeah. He's going to ask the question here. Why isn't Spreeta on the team? She seems like she would be perfect for this guy.
Spreeta? Spreeta's too old.
Too old?
A Fae can live till hundreds of years. We have rules. You have to be between the ages of 16 is our youngest, and well, we tend to retire players by the time they reach their mid-40s, if they're really good. The captain of the blue team is 43. I look forward to retiring him. Of course, I need to convince the rest of the council to vote upon it.
You vote on this?
Oh, yes. Yes. Some of the more vigorous arguments here in Wintersnook are about our team.
All right. I'm just curious because it seems like there's quite a fervor on both sides. Once the game is done, you all revert to a one big happy community somehow.
Well, there are grudges that are held, but usually they are solved on the next game.
Interesting.
There are some wages.
All right. Let's see how this game is played.
It's fast, it's fluid, it's finesse with a bit of body checking. The score ends up being 10 for the blue team and 2 for the red.
Oh, snap.
Oh, God, bad
Man.
man.
Yep. The mayor's in an awful, awful mood at the end of this. Something happened to one of the red team players. They broke an ankle through no fault. It appears there was a collision, and the red team, just their star player didn't come out. Apparently, they don't have backups, or they do. Like one of their bench warmers, as they called it, a guy who rides the pines, ends up substituting for the captain of the red team, and he's, while a much better skater than most of you, because Junker kind of got the hang of it, kind of a dingus compared to the others.
Okay.
Like a little bit too slow, stone hands, and you could see that player was crying after the match while his wife and his children were trying to cheer him up.
At least they weren't berating him.
You disgraced our family.
Fuck, Dad.
Well, I suppose there's a whole season left. Buck up, lads! You had a bad fall. The blue team seems to be really, or the blue fans, which you find out you are born into the team that you're going to play into.
Okay.
This is very
How many
normal to me.
councils do these guys have? Do they have 2 councils or 1 council?
And they do keep their colors on for that night of drinking, but things end up becoming, well, we'll call it purple by the end of the night. People are mingling around, and
What happens if a blue and a red, and they like each other very much?
Is there a tradition where one has to adopt the team of the other?
there may be some complicated and unhappy politics that happen in those cases. That is probably worked out by the time the child reaches the age of being able to play on the team. Oh, there are other people that play the game. It's just the the height of their pyramid of sport here in Wintersnook is the red versus the blues.
You know what is remarkable about these here? Everything they do is a thing that you can use as an excuse to go get drunk.
The halflings pile in. Tonight, they're doing a thing that you find at first a little unnerving, but probably not so much to the medieval or even like early industrial kind of way. Is there are halflings sitting at the table with you? Like it's not.
Yeah, it's not our own
It's a communal
table.
table. It's more like a beer hall seating where it's just there's a bunch of halflings sitting beside you. And you end up sitting beside two guys that can't seem to stop talking about fishing. Grackle, you're sitting beside them. Oh, hey, we got a bet. Yeah, we got a bet. Should I ask him? Yeah, you can ask him. All right, cuz. Okay, the hobgoblins, like fishing?
I assume yes? Yes.
Okay. Do you fish?
No.
No. It's not much water where I live.
Oh, okay. So, does anyone in your family fish?
In my clan, there are many fishermen.
Okay, so what's the biggest fish you've ever caught? They seem to be keeping track of the score between them. Like it was a Iceskipball game.
Most fish we catch are type of tuna. It is about...
Oh, tuna. I've never had a tuna. Yeah, I don't think there's any tuna in the lake. Oh, the biggest thing that we caught was a goober.
What is a goober?
It's a goober. Just mixed.
What is a goober? Knowledge of nature. What's a goober? Is this a made-up thing?
This is some colloquial term for a local fish. They end up describing some sort of like cold water lake catfish, like some bottom feeder catfish. Yeah,
I don't know.
It almost dragged our whole ice shack into the lake. Yeah, we were trying to reel it in, so we tied the rope to the pole that holds up our shack.
Ugh,
It almost brought the whole thing in. Yeah, we had to get a new shack.
Are there bigger fish in the lake?
Oh, yeah.
What else is in there?
Oh. Well, it depends how deep you go.
Ugh. How deep is lake?
Oh, it's pretty deep. Yeah, we don't fish for bottom dwellers.
Bottom. So the deeper you go, you get bottom dweller.
Yeah, the bottom dwellers. Of course,
But
there's a part of the lake where the pike get pretty big. Yeah, they're killers out there.
Yeah,
Sounds to me like you lads know this lake pretty good then.
Yeah.
Coopers.
Yeah, we know the lake.
Next to Barnabas. Is Manon.
So you know about? Oh no, there any interesting local natural phenomena?
Oh, natural phenomena. Oh yeah. Yeah, the northern part of the lake's the coldest. It always stays frozen. Yeah, we don't build our huts out that far.
Too cold?
Too cold. Fish, not as good fishing there. Oh, yeah, but it's probably could be good fishing out there. We just can't. The ice is too thick.
What you have to say?
Yeah, north side. We don't go to the north side very often. We also don't tend to bother the Chislers.
Oh.
The ones that cut the ice.
Oh yeah. The ice cutting happens on the east side of the lake.
So nobody goes to the north.
North? Oh, well. They look at each other. Some people go out there. Yeah, we recommend not going out that way.
No,
Yeah.
of course. Just interested.
Some-
Who has gone?
Some people come to here like they're like you, except they're not. How do we say? Tourists. Yeah, they're a different kind of tourists. Yeah, they come here, ask a bunch of questions, and then they leave. We never see them again. We hope that they're doing well.
No, what are they looking for, these people?
You know, types that think they're trying to, like, find the secrets of everything. Yeah, they're looking for secrets.
No, mystery hunters.
Yeah, mystery hunters. That's a good way of putting it.
Barnabas is biting his tongue so hard right now.
Who are the ones who travel to the north of the lake?
You know, the only ones that have gone up there, that are in here, Spreeta sometimes skates all over the lake. She might know where to go. Spreeta and then, Mac.
Who's Mac?
Mac McHannon over there, the one in the armor. Yeah, he's got a really
Yeah.
strong name.
Mac and Spreeta.
Yeah,
He's
he's like the, I don't know, 10th, 12th. He's like the 12th generation of some hero. Yeah. The McCannons. Yep. The heroic name. Yeah, he patrols. You shouldn't go to the lake at dark, though. Yeah, no. If, you know, the fishing huts are okay because of the lanterns, but you don't want to go on the lake at night. Yeah, the cold riders out there.
What is a cold rider?
He's the cold rider. They don't know what the cold rider is. Cold rider is this horned man with claws and a great icy lance. Yeah, and he rides a horse. Don't forget about the horse. Yeah, it's a horse that can walk upon the ice as if it was like it had skates. Yeah, except it doesn't have skates. It's a horse. Well, it could be like maybe a reindeer. It could be. Yeah.
Interesting.
He's got a beard.
One of them says yes, while the other one says no. Both of them are convinced their answer is true, and they start arguing.
Interesting. Did you hear that, Barnabas? So looks
Yeah.
like Mac and Spreeta are the ones who head north. Interesting.
Yeah, but the mystery people, the mystery hunters, they always go and talk to the Chislers. Yeah, Chislers.
Why would they do that?
There's a whole clan of them. All they lead the ice chopping business.
But why would they do that?
Well,
Perhaps the
main export of Wintersnook is smiles and big blocks of ice.
beautiful smiles.
Yeah. Well, not some
Yeah.
of them are not, and looks over at Morton Junker. And they're now looking around for Alistair. Yeah. If you want to talk to the Chislers, you got to go to and they seem reluctant to tell you this, but they tell you you need to go to the Goosebump Igloos.
Goosebump Igloos.
Ice
Is this
Chisler
the
Hall is there. Yeah, they can make anything out of ice. You want a statue that looks like the Emperor himself? They can make it out of ice. Sometimes fancy pants nobles come down here and ask for like ice statues and swans and things made out of ice. The Chislers, there's a whole bunch of them.
Well, I will sure to talk to them.
Junker is pulling on the Barnabas's coattail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where did they say the place was?
He points to the two and nods like
I hear you talking about the Chislers. Yeah. Mother Zim, this is our friends. Hobgoblins apparently like to fish. This one doesn't, though. Yeah, too bad. Maybe you should try it.
Yeah, for sure.
A
You should have the time.
an athletic halfling woman sits down. She's got a brown hat and sort of dread braided hair.
Greetings.
This is the one, Barnabas, when you were looking for insignias, that was wearing like a gold chain, but you can't see what's on the end of the chain underneath her shirt.
Okay. And what is your position
Position?
in this fine community?
This is my home, she says. I'm Mother Zim. Oh yeah, Mother Zim's like our mother, spiritual leader. Yeah, spiritual leader, mother.
Knowledge religion? I'll take a 10 and get 35. What the hell?
While you're out yesterday, you notice that the Winter Shrine does have a big carved leaf of Sylvanas hanging from the outside of it, as well as some halfling. You want to call them halfling columns? It's kind of like a mixture between a barber's column and a totem pole. It's like a swirl that has different faces on it, but it's definitely got swirls like an alicorn, but it's more pillar-like.
Okay.
Just call them halfling columns. Something clearly from a different culture has got mixed into this one.
You are unmuted.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just, no, I'm making pizza, so things are getting loud.
I have crying child. I know the feeling.
And by making, you are just sticking a pre-made pizza into the oven.
I've got to go through the dishes to get the proper pan.
Oh, okay.
So,
So tell me, let's deal with a lot of frostbite around here.
Yes, if you want to talk about frostbite, you can talk to No-Toes Blackfoot over there. And you can see this really old halfling who's got his feet up on the bar like it's a source of pride, and it appears like the only halfling in the village that doesn't wear shoes, has 2 big black feet with no toes on them.
That's disgusting. That's fucking gross.
He's an old codger and looks like he drinks a lot.
So, I have a question. More of
Apparently you have
inquiry.
many. Apparently you have many. I didn't quite catch what your business here is. You don't look like the usual sorts of tourists, and she kind of politely indicates over her shoulder where the 2 nobles are sharing a dessert.
Yeah, we're not on a honeymoon.
She smiles. The 2 fishermen laugh at that. They like update their score between them. Apparently that was also a bet.
No, we're here to just discover local legend, see if it's true or not.
Local legends. Perhaps I could help?
Yeah, something about Hoarfrost.
There's a lot of rhyme in Hoarfrost here. The seasons change slowly, so slow that summer is more like spring, and our winter arrives quickly.
Sense motive, is she being evasive?
Sure.
motif sense.
It's a human, and they have a gold chain. And the gold chain is worth money because it's gold. No ranks in this book.
She was
I'm not gonna roll.
She was not surprised at the name. She's heard it before, and the response was rehearsed.
Okay.
She is curious as to why you're here. You seem to have answered her question, although there's something else lingering.
Now, the question you want to ask is why? Why do I want to find this creature? Am I right?
She smiles
Rip his
politely.
fucking face off.
Hobgoblin, 2 men, a spriggan, a pair of Nezumi, and something else.
Yes, we are an unlikely traveling group, more akin to a circus than we are
But we are very close friends. Puts his arm around Shaga and smiles. Weird.
Ooh, I never thought of you that way, Graco, but I suppose we fought together, so yes. And
Yes.
Chaga takes half the piece of pie that he's eating and puts it onto your plate. We're friends. She smiles politely at that. You're not the usual types that come around here looking for a creature by that name.
What types would they be?
Well, a lot of the people that go looking for that creature disappear.
Yeah, it's not unusual in that type of
They're
work.
looking in the right location.
The ones that do come back tend to be fey.
Between the Nezumi, were they fey when they left?
Yeah. Ghost comes down from the table after comes down from the upstairs finally. And scoots into the chair right beside Junker. They're like eating over each other, kind of thing on their plates.
Fucking you, Bryn. Don't tell what I'm talking about. You smell funny, so do you.
You know what? I like Wintersnook.
I do too.
If I were interested to find this Hoarfrost, north, I'm guessing, where the like never thaws.
People like you bring us business. It's bad for business for our tourists to go missing.
Well, it's not like anyone's going to miss us, so.
She nods. You'll pay your tab before you leave?
As you wish.
Yeah, you acknowledges his tab. Yep, you said it. Mm-hmm.
As long as
She
you
was
never-
referring to the party tab.
Yeah, she gives give me a diplomacy check. You're asking basically for a favor from someone you barely know.
47.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Let me take you there myself. I know exactly where you want to go.
I can auto aid you.
And any difficulties that you encounter will not be blamed upon the goodly people of Wintersnook.
Of course not. It's the ridiculous antics of a group of adventurers.
There are some things that most of us have learned not to ask about, and she says to the two, to Little Bigley and Bigley Little, which is the name of the,
Yeah, those are good names.
Yeah.
they're cousins. Oh yeah, it's cue to leave. Yeah, good luck fishing, or whatever you're doing.
Thank you. You too. Use bigger poles for your tent.
Yeah, we should get a bigger to go down. They're now arguing over in a friendly way.
What color were they, by the way? Like, is one red and one blue?
Yes, they one for the other blue scarf.
Cool.
It gives them something to talk and argue about while they're fishing.
The biglies and the littles are on two sides of the divide.
This much more serious woman, Mother Zim, there are some Fae that know where they're going and only come to Wintersnook as a place to get a quick meal before heading off to the north side of the lake. There are some Fae that I know head out towards the Goosebumps.
The Goosebumps.
A family of
Yes.
Chislers live there.
Yes.
Ah.
People like you tend to go to the Goosebumps.
Well,
A lot of
Goosebumps
you-
likely to help us.
Some of you we've found wandering around the cold part of the lake, frostbitten, confused, snowblind. The winter conditions there are awful, which is why we chose to build our village here on the southern shore of the lake.
Understandable. It's lovely here.
I suspect that the Chislers know more about where this creature dwells. In fact, I think that if you can convince them, they will help you find this creature.
Really?
They're an ornery lot. They're half as likely to stick a pick in your face.
Well,
They don't like... They don't like a lot of things. We halflings a long time ago made a deal with them. They would help cut the ice and make the statues. We would help transport them. They rarely come to the village. We rarely go there.
Which direction is it to this place?
To the Goosebump Igloos.
Yes.
It is along the eastern shore. You
Thank
can
you.
skate there, or you can walk along the work trails.
Barnabas is looking at Chaga. I think we'll have to walk, unfortunately. Are there any roads or small paths by chance?
Oh, there are large paths. Clydesdale horses pull sleds through there all the time, bringing
Excellent,
the ice
yeah.
back and forth.
Excellent. We'll take the carriage then.
If you leave early enough in the morning, you could probably get a ride with one of the work crews. Of course, the Chislers are all working at that time.
That's fine. My guess is after a hard day's work, they'll have to find some place to have a nice drink.
They tend to keep to themselves. As I said, you don't see a Chisler here very often.
Are they also halfling?
No.
What are they?
They're the blokes we met on the road, fuck.
Well, those
sorry,
are,
I didn't catch that.
Those
Oh
are,
yeah, you weren't here, sorry.
The Chislers are Fae.
Ah, understood.
You didn't meet any Fae.
Oh, that was the people loading the ice. Well, we've had some, not much, but some exposure to the Fae in the past.
There are also dangers on the lake.
Yeah, so we've been told. Avoided at night, is what we were told.
Somehow there is a bear.
On the lake.
He lingers near the northern part of the lake. We call him Frosty.
Cute.
No. A horse eater.
This is a large bear.
White fur, very large, akin to a cave bear.
I don't like that.
This is
There
some
are
tube
fae
stereotypes.
that wander near the northern parts of the lake as well. We call them the Cold Riders. Don't know how many there are. I would highly advise that the group of you abandon any thoughts of going poking around ancient fae mysteries. While there is a mystery up there, you don't look very well equipped for this sort of thing. No offense.
Don't be ridiculous. We have magic. It solves everything.
She smiles.
That being said, is there perhaps a guide that might be able to help us make our way about?
At this point, what you do is up to you. As long as we have an understanding that any of the problems that you encounter have nothing to do with us.
Understood.
And we'd appreciate if you didn't evoke our names while you're trunching around out there.
Of course not.
Right.
She seems to like... She might have only told you this because she probably assumes you're an Imperial citizen and you're like poking around, and word is spread that you're from the Academy, and like there might be...
I want you to just leave and
Through-
not look into what I'm doing.
No, just through the message game, she might think Barnabas is more important than he actually is.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
It's not lying if they just assume.
Yeah, that's not lying.
Shit, there's some professor from the Academy who's gonna like unravel Fae mysteries. Fuck. Maybe we should convince them that it is dangerous out there, or just tell them what the dangers are, so they don't come back here and blame us for. Yeah, she retreats from
You
the
sent our
conversation.
imperial professor off into the jungles of Borneo.
Yep.
Get eaten by
Borneo, sweet Borneo.
All right, you are sitting at the communal table. When she came over to talk and shooed the fishermen away, it seems to clear any halflings or locals from your table for a short period, giving Ghost enough space to sit down.
Ghost is going to take from other people's plates.
What time of day is it?
You guys watch the evening game, so it's like 9 p.m. at night.
All right, send a drink over to Spreeta.
Okay. You hear the halfling female giggle, and she cracks open an expensive-looking bottle of bubbly. It appears you have an admirer, Spreeta. She pours a glass. Spreeta's like looking around. Finally meets your eyes. You threw a dead rat at the dog. Her face scrunches up, but in a blur, she's already drinking. She's already drinking from the bottle. The halfling server. It's hard to tell the servers from the patrons apart. She was wearing a blue scarf. No, she's wearing a red scarf. They lost.
They're serving.
They're
The ones
serving.
who wore the blue are patrons this evening.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's I could see that happening. Yeah. You have to serve tonight.
Right. Bizarre. She drinks down the first glass, pours herself another, pushes the bottle into the middle of the table with her friends, and then like zips up to you. What do you want?
Well, I just thought you'd like to know. Nighthorn sends his regards.
What's that bastard want?
Well, he said you was quite capable. Impressive, in fact. Not something the old horn bastard usually says.
He hasn't been here to Wintersnook in a dog's age, probably a human's age.
hard to keep track. Everything goes by so quick. You leave, you die, you leave, you die. I'm probably godmother to like half a dozen of the families here. Their children just keep on expanding. Halflings are kind of like humans in that way.
Right.
Thanks for the bubbly.
Oh, no. He's calling in his favor. Bluff check.
Okay.
33.
I don't owe any favors.
There are some who might disagree with you.
What the hell's with him? What does he want?
Well, he wants you to give us a little bit of aid.
Eh? Like finishing your plate kind of aid? Like rubbing your toes kind of aid?
Well, probably like bringing us to the Chislers, and then probably bringing us up north.
Chislers?
North end of the lake.
North? What for?
We're looking for Hoarfrost.
You're one of them.
No, I'm not. Night hornies.
Yeah, you are. Every once in a while, people come up here asking this kind of questions. A lot of them disappear. Get eaten by a bear or something.
Yeah, your cave bear.
I think it's a polar bear.
Frosty, right?
It's a dire polar bear.
Wonderful.
Don't know. I got here. It's pretty big.
Arrow.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking. It's another case of we fight it from far, far away.
Yeah, all right. I'll take you out on the lake.
Much appreciated. You enjoy your evening. We won't leave till late in the morning.
Late in the morning, huh? Yeah, we can get the Chislers by noon. Well, late in the morning. Early afternoon. You guys bring your skates. Spreeta,
All right.
this quickly ain't walking in no snow.
Barnabas, perhaps we should try to purchase some things here in town before we go.
Yeah, this snow blindness, you know anything about it?
Huh. Yeah.
We should find the proper protections. We prepared for winter properly. Let's prepare for this thing.
Where would we go to find the proper equipment, you know, so we don't go snow blind or get frostbite?
Confused as well.
We got our warm coats and all, but
Is that what you got? Okay. You probably want to buy those skates. Let them know.
Zips up to the bar.
They're buying those skates.
Zips back.
Hey, put on your tab.
Junker waves.
I'm gonna let Alistair burn this place down.
What was that?
Nothing. There's not by any chance, I don't know, do they have dog sleds or anything?
Yeah.
Mush!
Yep. You probably want to buy your skates. And if you want to get goggles, you can. They're tinted glass. If you're on a budget, you can just get a cloth and cut 2 holes in it.
Yeah, we'll get the, how much are the glasses? Well, we'll find out how much the glasses are first.
I'm not a merchant.
Could you direct us to one?
Yeah. Best place in town in Magical Winter. It's magical.
Yeah, right, we'll go see.
It's also wintry.
Enjoy your evening.
Yeah, sure. Why do you want to go there?
Oh, that's a secret.
Junker's doing one of these.
You looking for treasure?
That's a secret, see.
Treasure?
Oh, yeah, there's always that.
Fey business?
A little bit.
Huh.
It's Nighthorn, after all.
Yeah. All right. All right, for now.
Alright, I'll check on my pizza. I'll be right back.
I'm not fighting anything for you, though.
Didn't say I had to.
Just a guide. Point you in the right way.
Right. Okay, I'll be right back.
Where did he go?
He went to go take a piss.
Right, easy, Spreeta. Too far, Ahmed. Yes, wife.
So you're gonna fight a dragon? Some people believe it's a dragon out there.
I really hope it is not.
They would have a
I would
beard.
come right back.
No? Oh, okay.
No, I do not know what it is. Hopefully not dragon.
All right, excuse me. The fucking dragon,
Is this Ghost?
ghost.
Yeah, there's rumors there's a dragon out there. It's what makes people disappear.
Do you have any proof it is dragon?
No? Do you?
No. It's unlikely.
But there are no dragons.
I know.
Is it perhaps a dead dragon? Because that sounds like a lot worse.
Oh, that sounds bad.
Knowledge Arcana.
What's the question?
Winter dragons.
Sure.
What are winter dragons? And more explicitly, do they have frosty beards? Like, maybe the 26.
26. Ghost knows that white dragons are the weakest of the chromatic dragons. They have icy breath. They're extremely rare, as dragons are rare in Volcanica.
And then, like, a frost dragon on Volcanica also seems a little bit out of place.
Yeah,
Oh,
although
it's
there are
weird.
polar areas on Volcanica.
We're in one.
Yeah, you're in a mini pocket of one. As for beard, like they're like lizards, so maybe some dragons might have like the little.
Like, red dragons have something that would like. Red dragons have a spiky. Like Adam knows, red dragons have like a spiky front. The gold dragons actually have a beard, and then I can't remember what the. You don't deal with too many metallic dragons in D&D. Let's be perfectly honest.
You know, there are tendencies, but then if you're thinking about the chin skin flaps,
tentacles.
then yeah, maybe they might.
It's like silver dragons. Maybe I think silver dragons are the good dragon. I think.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. I don't go in there. I don't stick my business. I don't stick my nose in that kind of business.
So if we were something that had a beard in there, what do you kind of beard?
That's the business of the things that live out there. You shouldn't ask any more questions. I'm not allowed to say.
You said you're not allowed to say.
Well, I'm not allowed to talk about that. I don't know if it's a dragon or not, but there's something there. People that aren't supposed to be there don't come out.
How far is the north of the lake? Is it like a few kilometers, or is it like 50 kilometers, or
It's a few miles.
yeah, miles?
0.6. So if you want to convert,
Yeah, like 8 kilometers, 9 kilometers. All right.
It's a good day's skate.
did you
Not
ever,
a hero of the quickling.
Marty? Did you ever skate the canal in Ottawa?
I did not know.
It's interesting commuting by skate, where it's like I'm going to skate the 3 kilometers to.
Yeah, it's fun.
Overland skate.
Okay, Barnabas returns, and the party looks more concerned than they did before when you returned back to the table. Spreeta is still sitting there with you.
What did I miss?
She's gone to her table, grabbed the rest of the bottle of the bubbly, come back to your table, and is now drinking her second glass. or a third glass.
Is it a chance?
Junker is Inazumi. Well, this one says something about dragon.
There's a chance that what we seek is a dragon.
Fucking dragon. And fucking is in common the rest of Inazumi. And then he points to Barnabas and then points to the jar.
I still got a few, I think.
Then he just gives a thumbs up.
Spreeta flashes a quick smile with like really pearly white teeth against her blue skin.
Dragon eye.
I don't know. That's the rumor. There's something up there. I don't ask because I don't stick my nose in that kind of business. Whatever business that Nidor's trying to get into is Fey business.
All the dragons are supposed to be golden.
Yep. Or
So
hiding.
let's assume it is just rumor and something similar to a dragon.
Or it's hiding.
It's a fucking dragon. How hard could it be for it? Or how easy could it be for a dragon to hide, honestly?
Has this party seen Dwaki?
I don't think so.
I don't think you've met it. Have you seen a little thing? There might be little fairy dragons that you might have mistaken it for that are in...
Which are real dragons. They're
Yeah,
like little...
yeah.
Okay,
Pseudo-dragons or
dragons
whatever.
completely don't exist at all. Period.
We will learn.
You've seen the odd
Three
dragonborn...
characters later.
You've seen the odd dragonborn in your time, and then you guys have fought kobolds. So you also have a holy cannon of Bahamut that you stole from the
Derby.
a wretched library in the Mistmere ruins.
Yes. Okay. But no true dragons. They're supposed to be extinct.
Knowledge, history.
35.
The Imperials came here, and arguably some of the relatives of the Undying Emperor came here to eradicate the dragons before the colonization of Volcanica took place. There are famous paintings of dragon skulls and corpses piled high with victorious hunters around them.
I find it highly unlikely it could possibly be a dragon.
You know that if they are found, and they might be still found in the remotest places of the world, that you need a Imperial issued license to hunt them. And good luck being the person who gets it. There's probably all sorts of politics and money that is involved.
What about self-defense?
Yeah, that's exactly where I was thinking. What are the rules?
It's kind of like I go and, oh, the deer attacked me on the noble's land. Whoops, I'm not allowed to hunt there.
It's coming right for us.
There are probably harsh penalties, including fines on top of dragon hordes.
Here's the thing. The difference with the deer analogy is it's a fucking deer. A cougar would be a better analogy, or a lion, or a grizzly bear.
You think that there are and probably happen over long periods of time. They're probably really messy because anyone who's able to kill a dragon, they also probably know you know that when really tiny dragons are encountered, it probably, while technically illegal to kill them, they're probably so small that the big juggernaut of the Imperial red tape doesn't care. Like it just falls through the cracks.
Or some nobleman's son who's just like, but I wanted to go.
Right.
All right.
No, Barnabas, we're talking about the age of like Imperial dragon hunters, the best fighters and rangers in the realms of many worlds showed up en masse to outcompete each other in the wholesale slaughter of a wondrous race. It was almost kind of like a crusade of eradication. You know that the Imperium justifies it in that they couldn't effectively establish their lands with big flying angry worms in the sky. It just
Okay. On the off chance it is a dragon,
Yep. I'm not helping you fight it.
yeah, that's all right. You just ran away.
Ah, skate.
Same deal. Yeah,
Skate, skate, skate. Skate.
of course, if it's a true dragon.
Ah.
she's getting drunk.
Zoom.
Very quickly.
Run through a wall at high speed.
Bang!
Wake up with a broken nose. Missing tooth.
If it ends up being a true dragon, we will make a plan from that point. It is, however, quite unlikely.
You should go talk to the Chislers first. They know much more about this stuff. They are involved in Fey matters. The Fey matters that we shouldn't be involved in, yeah, they're involved in them.
All right then.
Yeah. But I'm also not fighting them.
No one's asking you to fight, lass.
Okay. They're not gonna like when you show up.
We will make amends in some way.
Does she have any weapons?
Right now she's not carrying any. No,
Get her. No.
she has a sparkly amulet.
Right now she moves quick.
Yep.
And seems really obnoxiously nice. She makes you feel bad because you're not a better person. Like, to that level of nice.
In fact, she doesn't have a scabbard or a sheath.
Quickling monk.
Silent blade or something.
It's a good guess.
The quickling martial artist probably because of the whole chaos thing.
No, maybe, yeah.
Although pain strike is probably not in her. Not shots.
All right, we'll see you in the morning then.
All right, I'm gonna get my sleep.
Good. Just one quick question.
Just
Do
one.
you know if Nighthorn had any dealings with these Frank Mark's having a brain fart. Chippers?
Chislers.
Chislers.
Chislers?
Yeah.
Don't think so.
All right.
No. Nighthorn's neutral.
Right.
Unaligned.
Right.
She looks at you like frightened.
Brian have sent you?
No. Relax. No.
Oh. Okay.
She looks really nervous.
She did mention the Cold Riders.
She has not, no.
Someone mentioned the Cold Riders.
Mother Zim probably did.
Yes,
The Cold Riders and
The fisher,
the fishermen.
little
A
cousin
Cold Rider. There is a Cold Rider out there.
A Cold
And then
Rider.
it became
Okay.
plural. Yeah.
Knowledge, local, nature.
on Cold Rider? Sure.
Yeah.
Bunch of fairies. I said.
Well, I don't know which it is.
Mother said it was fairies.
Knowledge, nature is my best roll.
Yep, go ahead.
So I'll take 10 and get a 35. And I'll use a inspiration point.
Okay.
So 41.
Cold Riders are actually a type of Fae. They
Ruh-roh.
are historically unseelie. They have crowns of twisted antlers and are about man-sized and are able to conjure lances and armor made out of ice. They and their mounts can walk around perfectly on ice. With a 45, you know that they obviously are immune to cold, might have some SR. Because they're made from ice, they are vulnerable to fire and sonic spells.
Okay.
Generally temperamental things that would they'd likely hunt you down and attack you. They might also have the ability to hide in mists and conjure storms of ice.
Oh.
We need some way to protect ourselves from this cold.
Now, to be fair, I think our friend here would also be like typically an unseelie. Doesn't seem very unseelie.
Nope. Are you
We need to
asking
bring
about
Dee
Cold
here,
Riders?
so
Or
Dee can...
Barnabas just leans back and thinks about Cold Riders for a moment.
Yeah. And just unseelie. If
They
Chislers are unseelie fae.
They tend to be like, they act like guards or knights in a kingdom-like fashion. There's definitely something out there. If they're Cold Riders here, they are wandering around with some purpose. Like, they have a purpose out here.
There's something with Wall out there. There wouldn't be Cold Riders.
Oh, you know about them too, huh? I've seen them.
Is there anything else that we should know about Cold Riders?
I can outrun them.
Sounds.
Well, bully for you.
Looks like we will need some spears for horses.
Yeah, the ones around here ride elk.
Hmm.
There's
He looks at his companions. The best way to prepare for horse charges
2 or
with
3
a
of them.
long spear.
But don't look at me. I'm not.
They do
I can
wander
poke
around.
things with a stick.
They do wander around that territory. They leave Frosty alone. They're definitely part of the old business. The old business. Winter court kind of stuff.
Right.
Don't worry, I'm happily unaligned.
Cold
Order of the
winter.
last Phaelord and all that.
Interesting.
Sure. Now the Chislers, no, they're not unseelie, are they?
Yep.
Fuck.
Give me a knowledge nature for
35.
There is a sub-race of Fae that is called Frosty Chislers.
So they're fucking Frosty Chislers.
Yeah? What do you think they were?
People who chiseled.
They chisel.
There's a fucking difference.
These things are like halfling, gnome-sized, ice-bearded creatures. They can conjure ice and shape ice into pretty much any shape they want. What's the total you got?
35.
You know that they use their ice beards in battle, and that they can freeze your bones and make them brittle.
He shares that with the rest of the party.
How can we protect against something like that?
Junker says eat more bones. It's good for calcium.
We could. Oh, yes, we could drink more milk. Oh, what we could go good with milk is more of those cookies. Chocolate's waving his hand.
Point to Barnabas.
What do you have, friend? Says Garf, who's yelling at this point. A plate of the cookies and a nice decanter of cold milk. If you could drop a few ice squares into the milk, that would be great. Coming right up. Anything else for the rest of you?
Thank you.
I have a salad.
Right. He laughs at you like it's a good joke.
I don't know if Mark has ever been to... You've been to, like, Newfoundland?
No.
When you're in Newfoundland, the most expensive thing on the menu is a salad. Not quite the most expensive thing, but it's very expensive.
He's not serious, is he? I'll bring out a nice charcuterie board.
At least I like charcuterie.
Okay. Garf doesn't bring everything out, but he does bring out the order, and Chaga does end up with this heaping plate of chocolate chunk cookies and
Cheese.
with a no, we'll make them maple chunk cookies and a big glass
Maple toffee or...
Yeah, a big glass. It's almost like they poured cold milk into a vase that was meant for flowers.
And you need to have a side of dried cranberries and fruits. Just saying.
The charcuterie board does have a sprinkling of dried fruits on top of it, and just a bunch of like bits of cold cuts and cheeses and maybe some nice crackers.
Okie doke.
You guys continue. I need to step away, and
All right.
then I'm going to go to bed. And I'm probably going to eat something between the two different things happening.
Okay.
Well, it's 12:30 there. How much do you guys want to continue, or
It's up to those two.
I'm off tomorrow, Ahmed, so it's no big deal for me.
I can go a little longer.
okay?
Ahmed's also off tomorrow. I am not off
I'm
tomorrow.
off for a week, but I have
Peace.
slept.
I see.
You haven't
Oh,
slept in
well.
3 weeks.
Perfect.
In,
All right,
in
good night,
more-
gentlemen. Continue on as
Cool.
much as the oomph you have.
Yep.
Good night, man. We're gonna keep going till past the point where we can't make good decisions.
Just past that.
Got it. Okay. Spreeta is going to retire for the evening. She apparently is up early. You've seen her every single time you've gone outside, like skating around. It's almost like that's her exercise. Grackle, there's a tiny bit of like discipline in her that you see that you don't see in the others. And then as you saw her move, albeit very quickly, you're suspecting that she might be trained in some martial art. She might be a monk.
Very tight muscles. Cool.
The party goes to bed. Is there any other
Yeah.
Any other things that you guys are?
Barnabas.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was Barnabas.
Fucking Magnus.
Where did you come from?
I can spring attack. It's weird. No, we should probably discuss what we need to protect ourselves from the Chislers and the ice things with the horses or reindeer, whatever they are.
Yeah. We're going to want fire to attack and, well, magic.
I do not have any of those.
Okay, Junker does have communal resist energy.
Is there an alchemy shop here?
It's a magic shop we're going to go
There is a
to.
magic shop, yes.
They might have. How is it? It's a thing that makes your weapon fiery.
Runestone?
Might have those. There's just an oil that'll last for.
Oh, okay. Yeah, temporary.
Yeah, one of those. Resist cold. Life bubble would also be a really nice one.
Chaga can prepare 2 resist energy colds. Give me a second. Through his cleric.
So that'll get 8
he-
people?
Well, no, he'll get 2 people.
Oh, it's not communal. It's just straight resist energy. Okay.
Right. And then Junker's got 2 resist communal.
3, 3, 2. Okay. No, communal is there's no limit on that.
There's
Oh,
got
it's like an 8. You divide it
you divide the time by
by 10 minutes. I think it's 7, maybe 7 people.
You divide the duration in 10-minute intervals. He's a
7th level
level
caster.
so he could get 7,
7, yeah.
which
Okay.
is the party and his rat. Junker barks that out in Nizumi that he can do that.
there we go.
I'll have a couple just in case we need more.
Wise.
Oh, yes, yes. Clerics are known to be wise, says Chaga.
Yeah, Barnabas is keeping to himself. That's not what you're going to be known for.
Barnabas
Big guy.
has a soft spot for Chaga. Chaga does take an emergency run to the bathroom in the middle of the night, perhaps because of all of the food and drink and the weird components of the food, plus things that you're not used to, plus just the sheer quantity. Yeah, he goes running for the Jakes. Ghost.
Hey,
Yeah.
Well, is it-
Barnabas, you're already in your bed, sort of thing.
Why are you bothering me right now?
I found something.
All right, it's better be good.
Yeah, so I was having a look around and I found this.
And what is it? He lights up his new dull gray ironstone.
Okay. He dumps this dirty, oiled rag. He opens it up, and it looks like somebody's taken a rubbing of the item, and it is the hilt of a sword made out of a curious metal. It has like a hole in the center of the hilt, like it's purposeful, and no blade. In fact, the sword itself doesn't have. You're looking at it. It's like they constructed a hilt that has no blade.
Like purposely.
Yep.
I had no blade. Okay.
And then the drawing, it perfectly fits the blade, but in the center of the sphere, there's this little tiny, like, picture of like a little zephyr, like a tornado twister, dancing on the inside of the blade, or the inside of the hole in the hilt.
Interesting. Knowledge Arcana. What am I looking at? Conjuring. It's plans for a magical sword, but
Yeah, give me
conjuration creates a.
give me a knowledge.
I'm trying to remember what. Knowledge Arcana.
Yep.
Sorry. 27. I'm gonna take 10 and get 37.
Okay. Ghost will aid you automatically.
And you know what? I still got points to spend for my inspiration, so I may as well spend them. And why? Sorry, I don't know why I did 1d6. Oh, that's. So it's 4. So Ghost aided, which would have been 39 plus 4 is 43.
Okay. this is the item.
I might just have to identify this.
It's called the Sword of Air.
Okay.
This metal is actually from the... While rare, there are other elements found in the elemental plane of air.
Okay.
And the power of the blade is awakened each morning by conjuring a more and more powerful air elemental into the blade.
Aha. Okay.
There is no blade.
No, it is said that even the minorest of elementals will conjure a blade that, while the size of a bastard sword, acts like a short sword in a warrior's hands.
Whew.
This is old magic. There are only certain types of blades out there that maybe elves were able to craft that can effectively make bastard swords finesse weapons.
Oh.
This blade was used last during the Settler War. And belongs to some elven family of maguses.
Okay. Where did you get this?
It was in a trunk in the next room. The bottom. I don't think they knew it was there. I found it, though. Don't worry.
This is,
Don't worry, I didn't take anything else.
He's lying.
Yeah, we will discuss. We will be splitting the nothing else, just like we're splitting the tab.
Yeah, all right. It's your tab.
It's our tab.
Yeah.
We're not having this argument right now. This is the Sword of Air, last seen during the Settler Wars.
Okay.
You conjure a small elemental. The more powerful the elemental, the more powerful the sword. But once done, it will be the size of a bastard sword, but will act as a short sword.
All right, it's too big for my hands. Who cares? Just give me the chair.
Yeah, all right. Well, we don't have it now. We're gonna have to sell it. It's a good find.
Yeah, leave it to me
Keep
to
it
find the good
safe.
stuff.
Hmm?
Leave it to me to find the good
What do you
stuff.
say? All right. Do you want me to identify it? I'm sure there's a word to get it to go.
Well, yeah, that's why I came over here.
All right. I thought you was asking what it was. I told you. And ask how it worked. There's a difference. Barnabas will cast Identify.
Why come over here for a lecture. Tell me what it is.
If you don't want a lecture, don't ask me questions.
Barnabas.
Plus 10, so plus 28. So 46 on his Identify.
Yeah, you know, there are two command words that basically you say as part of the casting of whatever means you're summoning the air elemental.
Okay.
And you know the properties of the blade, and I admit I haven't done it all the way up to 20th, but the more powerful the elemental you summon, the more powerful the blade are, and there are some powers that are related to air that aren't just magical pluses.
And this is for a medium creature?
This is for a medium creature.
Okay. All right. Maybe we hang on to this for a bit before we find the right buyer.
We'll say the first set of powers for if you put a 4th level elemental into it, you're summoning a +1 agile Sword of Air.
Nice. Like from a summon, like from a 4th level spell?
A 4th level spell goes into this and it becomes a +1 agile Sword of Air for the day.
That's pretty awesome. Okay. We'll keep this safe and sound for the time being. Or you can if you prefer.
Oh, if you stole it from the inn, someone's going to come looking for it.
Well, according to Master Ghost here, they won't even know it's missing, will they?
No, not for a while, anyways.
Yeah, and we're leaving tomorrow, so...
This
Let's
thing
be
should
on our way.
This thing should be in a museum somewhere,
Yep. Yeah, he knows that, but for the time being,
or
it's
used.
yes, or used. Yes. It's finesse. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, fancy new blade! I see. Oh, it's just a sword pommel and hilt.
Oh, it's just. It's fancy and expensive, is what it is.
Good find, Ghost.
Yeah. I already got the praise. Master.
Yeah, it's finding the right buyer is going to be a thing.
Okay, Ghost happy with that. He eyes you, but backs away from it like he doesn't take the thing back, and then goes jumping back into bed.
All right, I'm just going to put it down on my sheet. Sword of Air.
Oh, are we fucking done with this place?
Yeah, we're leaving in the morning after we get a few supplies.
All the laughing and singing, joking and they're making fun of me, I know it.
They're not making fun of you. Why? Why would you think that?
'Cause I can hear them. They sing, Alistair never had any friends. Alistair never had a good childhood.
Yeah, those weren't the lyrics I was hearing.
Okay.
Oh yes, you should calm down a bit, Alistair. I brought you half a plate of cookies.
Where did the other half go?
Take a guess.
Fat man.
And then you can hear him eating cookies and eventually going to sleep.
Okay.
Next day, you guys have now been here for 2 nights.
All right. Next day, we get up, have a breakfast,
Yep.
and go off to the magic shop, I guess.
Okay, you bringing everyone, or
No, we'll leave Mort. Well, if he's not going to stop anyone from shopping if they want to shop, but I don't think too many people have money.
yeah, Chaga's like, I don't have any coin. You realize the rune crafting.
Look, we'll
really-
get the essentials, these glasses, if they've got them. I mean, if it's just tinted lenses, can't be that much.
No, of course not. All right. So yeah, you go to the Magic of Winter. The lower floor is just full of streamers, junk decorations, some crystalware, snow globes. They seem to have a whole bunch of snow globes. There are some sugar cookies, maple syrup in fancy looking jars. There is a book where you can order ice sculptures. They seem to come in standard shapes and sizes, although there's a page where you could custom order ice sculptures, and at a certain size and
Okay.
level of customness, there it's like ask the attendant is listed.
Yeah. Okay.
Things get expensive pretty quick. You do find a rack full of these basically snow goggles.
All right. How much are they?
They range from 5 gold pieces a set and up.
What is the difference between these ones, like the lower end and the upper end?
Lower end probably pretty cheap and obscure vision somewhat. The upper end at about 10 gold pieces per will have no combat modifier penalties and will help you against snow blindness.
Fuck, Ghost will kill me if I don't get these ones. So he'll spend 70 gold on the.
Okay, you take an approximate. You're like, oh, these are halfling size for the for Ghost and Junker and you guys.
Yeah.
I will add that to
Actually, and Mort. So yeah.
I will add that to your cold weather outfits. So you've also got 7
And I'll subtract that from my monies.
tinted goggles. You do see that while this shop doesn't sell snowshoes and skates, the shop right across the way does.
Okay, so we'll get some skates.
So it's called Snowy's Shoes. There are skis, skates, and shoes. Apparently, the skates that you rented last night, you remember you converted them into buying, and those have already been added to your bar tab.
Okay, speaking of which, I will pay that off before we leave.
Okay. The upper floor of the Magic of Winter appears to be where the magic items are kept.
Yeah, he's not made of stone. He's gonna go look.
Okay.
He doesn't have money for anything, but he's gonna go look.
You're one of those shoppers.
It's a big decision. It's a lot of money.
Yep. All right. The one thing up here that is immediately useful that seems out of place is a fuzzy pair of boots. These things are described as boots of the Winterlands. They allow you to move across snow at normal speed, leaving no tracks. They also allow you to travel at normal speed across the slipperiest of ice without falling or slipping. And they also give you a constant endure elements in cold areas.
How much? Just out of curiosity?
They are 2,500 gold pieces.
I will let others know.
Okay, there are 3 sets of boots, and because they're magic boots, they will resize to fit the feet of the wearer. I don't think anyone can afford this.
I don't think anyone can afford it.
Nope.
It's a fine item. All right. Barnabas uses his endure elements extract anyway. So
Cool. Jaga, I think, is going to prepare some endure elements. Oh, we're going to change some of these to endure elements. Oh, that's so painful. How many people need endure elements? Chaga's going to get it for himself, at least. Grackle, do you need one?
And endure elements?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I don't have any potions for this.
Okay, Chaga will get Grackle and himself. And then I think Junker can cover Ghost and Junker.
Mort's like, yeah, I'll put on a warm coat, I guess.
Okay. He'll get his rat, and then Mortenzi, not Mortenzi, god damn it. Damn it, you got 2 characters named Mort.
Sorry, well, in my defense, Mortenzi never went by Mort.
That's true. Mortimer or whatever.
Mortimer.
Yeah, Mort's not there to defend himself. No one thinks of the big guy, so You might be able to buy a potion of endure elements here.
Yeah, we'll ask about it.
Okay, a first level potion, I believe, is
50 gold?
50 gold. Yeah.
All right, he will take it off more. He'll buy a couple of them.
Okay.
If they've got them.
Yep.
And he actually that comes off of his money because he still owes more money. And he gives them to Mort. All right, this is going to make up for
And then you also
the money I owe you.
You also get a small bag of maple cookies because you brought the flyer.
I immediately hand them to Chaga.
Ooh, don't mind if I do. We'll save these for later.
2 minutes later.
Well, there's one being nipped for now, and then the others will be stuffed into pockets for later.
All right.
When must we keep up our strength?
Yeah, it seems to be getting sapped very quickly.
Yes, yes. All of this eating and drinking and jolly making sure makes one tired.
Indeed.
All right, you go back to the cozy hearth. On your walk back, you can see that Spreeta's already on the ice, and she waves to you. It looks like she's got a coat on, and maybe some stuff at her belt.
Okay. We will start by paying the tab, and we'll get there. Yeah.
Okay, you go and approach. There's a halfling. He's got kind of a smarmy look that you end up being pointed to. Can I help you? He seems to be sipping some coffee and reading a news leaf.
Yeah, I'm here to cover my tab.
Oh, you're leaving already, huh? Too bad.
Yeah.
You're checking out now?
Yes.
You want me to have some of the runners go and bring your horse around?
If you wouldn't mind, I'd appreciate that.
Oh, could you look after our horses for us?
All right, we're skating. We're not taking the roads.
Well, which is it? There's always one in the bunch. This guy does not have a smile. Doesn't look like he's smiled in a while.
All right, Chaga, do you think you can get the hang of skating today?
Oh, yes, I'm ready for it.
All right, we're going to try skating. So
I might need a bit of a push.
we'll put Mort behind you then.
Oh, yes, Mort. Oh, yes. I really don't care, but you're skating, so you're staying here, but you're checking out.
We just need the horses looked after.
Right? You want to pay your tab, but you don't want to check out. Is that what I'm getting?
I'm not paying for a room. I'm paying to cover the horses.
Fine.
From this point forward.
Got it. You realize if some other out-of-towners arrive, we might give away your room?
It's acceptable.
Very well. 2 nights stay, skate rentals, assorted drinks and food, more assorted drinks and food. He looks at Barnabas, glances at Chaga, and looks back down at this list. Give me a moment. And he pulls out an abacus and starts going...
And that is exactly the look on his token, is the look on his face as he's adding it up like, oh no.
It looks like with the stag package, it'll be 243 gold coins.
He gives him...
Oh, that's quite expensive.
Could be worse. He gives him 250 just to say. Do you want a down payment for the horses?
No, the rest will be covered. He smiles. He separates some of the money, puts it in a small bag, and puts the rest of it into a larger bag.
Okay.
You're welcome here anytime. I hope
It's been a pleasure. You have a fine establishment here.
I hope you've enjoyed your stay.
Oh, we truly did.
Yes, I think I could retire here.
You'd last 2 fucking years before your heart exploded.
Well, I would take it easy if it wasn't a holiday. It's what it was, wasn't it? It's sort of like a holiday.
This was a working trip.
You could have fooled me. So the group of you,
Yeah, fair enough.
gather up your party and affix your goggles, and then make your way to the Crystal Lake.
Yep.
Coming up to you and like stopping on a dime, a big spray of snow comes up from the skates, kind of plastering the side of Mort and Chaga. Are you two ready? Are you ready? You ready? Are you ready? Ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Just keep in mind we're kind of new to the skating thing.
Oh, that's all right. Just look forward. Keep your head up and move your feet. No, move your feet frontwards and backwards.
That makes no sense, because the blades will just zip.
Well, the way he's doing it, he said, Chaga, he's too far out.
Oh, yeah, he's going to pull something. He's going to pull... Oh, there he goes, there he goes, and he's down.
Oh, yes, I get the hang of it. You should help me get up, yeah.
Mort kind of awkwardly goes around and gets big and then helps him up.
Nice. Oh, it's a good thing that the lake is frozen. You might not want to have done that in the summer.
Huh? Oh, because of the break, right. Huh. That would have been cold and frozen.
Mort, could you carry my food plate for me?
Fine.
Okay, Chaga ties his tower shield to his back, which kind of acts like armor when he falls down. You could hear Ghost and Junker making a joke about turtles. Spreeta is already like way ahead.
Hides his snicker because it was funny.
Spreeta is way ahead of you and does this little pirouette and skates back towards you effortlessly. The rest of you start to get the hang of it. Given that you're going for a long distance skate, all of you are moving along, and Chaga included. There are times when Mort has to pull or push Chaga, but Mort's big enough that that's pretty easy to do. It does mean that Chaga and Mort are kind of lagging behind a little bit.
Okay.
You are generally following the coastline, but you're not right at the coastline, as it appears that the lake towards the coast has snow that has gone over it. Spreeta said something about it rained recently, so it should be easy going. You don't know what that means. The lake itself isn't as clear as the picture depicts it. There are along the coastlines kind of drifting of mist, and you can see in different parts of the lake where water has settled from a recent rain on top of the ice, and there's different temperatures of things going off. At middle of the day, as you guys have been skating for a few hours, it gets very bright, and the reflection off of the Crystal Lake makes you very happy that you invested in the goggles. Let me just move those halflings off of the map. There's not errant halflings following you. Because I need to put something else onto the map. You round around a bend, and you're kind of looking at a bay. It's still ice covered, and you can see a bunch of igloos, kind of like up on the embankments. probably half a dozen igloos. You notice that there is a big part of the lake that has been cut into, there's an operation going on. You can see what chislers look like. Let me give you an icy chisler.
Okay, listening.
As well as halflings working. They are loading up a sled pulled by these big draft horses. Have I not created an icy chiseler or frosty chiseler? They've got a really dumb name. Man, I must.
Are there fae called like the dirty floor cleaners? And
right. No, I'm the frosty chiseler. No, I'm the frosty chiseler. Definitely like a overly humanized version of the name. Let's get a good frosty chiseler token going. They kind of look like Darrow in my mind. There, half a dozen of these. They might even be naked. Really big beards covering almost their entire body. You can see them working on the ice. There are half a dozen of them off to the side, and you can see a team of halflings helping pull big blocks of ice out of the lake. Then you've got a peninsula. And then on the other side of the peninsula is the bay where you see the igloos. You notice that a couple of the Frosty Chislers and workers do see the group of you skating out on the lake. Spreeta seems to be avoiding the workers.
okay. I guess just wait for us to
Yeah, she's waiting for you to get out of view, and then she starts heading in towards the bay.
Okay.
Don't bother them while they're working.
Right.
But as I feared, they saw us. Maybe you can talk to the icy chislers or the frosty chislers that are home.
Sure, if that's what you recommend.
Oh.
And as you guys are kind of marching or skating into the bay area, you see there is a figure that is standing out onto the ice by about 100 feet, and it's unmoving.
Okay, what's it look like? Nope.
Nope.
Instant.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, it looks like a snowman.
Can you hit this with fireball from here?
Oh, I don't know,
Just in case
fireball.
Fuck it out.
Frosty chislers make things.
Did we get a long spear for a charging animal?
What's up ahead? Chuck, as he's now being pulled by more.
It's a suspiciously placed snowman.
Yeah, it's just frozen.
Every time you blink, it's a little closer. Like, what the? Right. I don't trust it.
Yeah, we'll go around. Around the snowman.
Okay, you guys falling and skating, and you kind of skate around the snowman. It doesn't move.
Okay. Pleased to hear it. And we'll head to the igloos.
Barnabas really didn't like the look of the joints between the snowman's arms and torso, Barnabas thinks that there might actually be like a physical human body underneath like an armor of snow.
Oh, that's fucked up. Use a sacrifice.
I'm just gonna have a quick look. Don't go too far.
All right,
close are you getting?
Spreeta's out on the ice.
Like that close. Like he doesn't want to get even within arm's reach of it.
So Barnabas, you can skate, but you can't stop.
Yeah, well, he skates and then slows down until,
Okay, so you
He
kind of
gets to-
slowly glide.
and if you get too close, he'll just stop. Like he'll drop.
Okay.
Gracchus is moving with you, Barnabas. He's not letting you go closest thing alone.
All right. So you manage to
Grackle,
glide
sorry.
just to that point, and Grackle is able to stop. So he glides forward and stops by digging the skates into the ice perpendicular to the direction you were going. Yeah, it does look like there's a frozen person underneath packed snow. 2 coals for eyes, arms outstretched.
Detect magic? Like, is it some kind of undead or golem, or is this just a warning to people because they're
Okay, so you
vicious little creatures?
you detect magic. You know, detect magic won't reveal creatures. There is no magic coming off of this man.
Okay. All right.
It appears to be frozen stiff.
Ever heard of any?
What is it? Spreeta's doing this wide circle.
I'm guessing a warning.
Oh, okay.
Let's keep going, Barnabas.
Goes flopping back to the party, stopping
Yeah.
into Mort.
Yeah.
Anything interesting?
Yeah, it's a fella in there, or was.
Oh. Hello.
Yeah, he's not going to answer you.
Gliding upon the ice is Spreeta. She stops quickly next to Barnabas.
Did he have any equipment on him?
He's covered in snow. Parts of him near his neck and like his one of his legs and his shoulders weren't covered by snow. Like the snow has fallen off.
So anybody out this far probably would have had magic items on them. And we didn't detect any, right?
No, you didn't
So
detect any magic from him.
They're smart enough to steal the magic. Interesting. Okay.
Is this Grackle? saying
Yeah,
this?
that was Grackle.
Yeah, Grackle. Once you just walk away, like there's no magic. Right.
No, it's just a dead guy in snow.
That's
they've
not
taken
very-
the
Oh, go ahead, Grackle.
I said they've taken the items.
If he had any to begin with.
If he came out here, does it look like he's wearing snow gear or not?
You did see clothing, but the clothing was very, very like tight to his form, and it seemed to be clinging to his body.
He doesn't even have winter clothing. So
Well, if I was an especially cruel creature and wanted to torture and kill someone in this particular environment, I would dunk them in the water and then let them freeze to death.
Marty, just as thing, this is what I'm eating right now at 1 a.m. This is on you.
It's not on me.
That's no. No.
You'd be eating
TNT
this regardless.
20.
You'd be eating this regardless. You'd be there
Roll D20. How many
playing
pounds I
Call
gained
of
today?
Duty or whatever you did if you didn't play D&D.
Exercising pull-ups.
Bullshit. I call bullshit. Chaga's like practically walking on his ankles, kind of holding on to Mort's,
Yes,
holding on to Mort's belt as he's trying to get into the conversation. Oh, you think he was killed by the Chisler people?
Well, I find it hard to believe they don't know he's out here. Yeah, I do think they did it. They're unseelie, you know.
Oh.
Sort of like an entire tribe of little Alices.
Is Alistair here?
Oh, he's not here, yeah. I don't know where you. He should be with us.
Yeah, you had to get him skates. Let's see if he can skate.
Yeah, how good is he on skates?
He gets an 8.
Uh-oh.
And Alistair's acrobatics is plus 12, 20, so he can skate forward and stop.
Nice.
Dead snowman. Snowy dead man?
Oh yes, snowy dead man. That's probably most appropriate.
Not good, says Spreeta. Not good.
Yeah, you don't say. Not an auspicious start to our
Mort,
relations.
should we just go over there and knock it over?
No. Starters is not ours to knock over. It belongs to the fine Chisler people, and it might make them angry if we did.
Yeah, fuck that. Let's go to their houses. Their houses look stupid. They're made out of ice.
Yeah, I believe it's called an igloo.
Let's throw fireballs outside.
Their igloos are up kind of on land. You know it might be a bit difficult to walk around with your ice skates up there.
Yeah, I got a question about our ice skates. Are they like a separate boot itself, like modern ice skates, or are they like the old like?
Like
There's
you
a,
strap some blades to your feet kind of thing.
yeah.
You're probably wearing your boots, and it's kind of like a
metal plate you put on the bottom of your.
yeah.
Nice.
The oldie-fashioned kind.
Yep. So you could take a moment to unstrap your ice skates if you wanted.
Yeah, we'll do that.
How far out of the ice? This is about 100 feet from the shore.
Oh no, he doesn't take his skates off till he gets. Barnabas or Mort don't take their skates off
Okay,
till
so
they
you
get
guys
to the
skate
edge.
to the edge. You guys skate to the edge and then take off your skates and then are slipping for a little bit, and then there is a little walkway that leads up to the igloos. And as you're starting to walk up the walkway, you notice that the igloos, at first you thought there were people, but they're not moving. That there are snowmen all over the streets outside the igloos. And I'm going to move your tokens to a new map.
We're gonna have to kill these guys.
We will destroy the local economy.
Why isn't there any more ice here? This gang of assholes killed them.
Why can't I get ice for my drink anymore? Someone killed the Chislers.
So I'm going to make this player visible. Force you guys there. And then put a bunch of snowmen down. These snowmen are a little bit different. They look like actually like rounded snowmen.
Okay. I know what movie that's from. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Okay, they're kind of facing different directions. They've got this weird smirk on their faces.
Nope. Barnabas is going in the back. It's like, nope. This is not right.
Okay, Spreeta actually took off her skates. She did so by tapping her boots, and it caused the blades to go into the skate or into the boot.
Okay.
That's cool.
And then And then she's...
Oh, Marty.
Yep.
Does spider climb allow him to run across the ice?
I don't think it does. I think it's considered a slippery surface unless spider climb actually says slippery.
Yeah, I'll check it, but I think you're right. I don't think it does slippery.
There is a